Welcome to Asian Flush.
Today we'll be drinking some premium cocktails made by On The Rocks.
It's a new ready-to-drink cocktail experience, delivering the complexity and craftsmanship you will find at your local bar in a convenient bottle.
Without the needs of multiple ingredients or equipment, the ingredients in On The Rocks are ready to go whenever you are.
So first off, we've got On The Rocks Espresso Martini. A little dark, a little daring, rich espresso coffee liqueur intertwined with extra smooth effin' vodka. There's no better way to awaken the moment than with our On The Rocks Espresso Martini. Cheers. Okay, so with this, it's a pretty well balanced overall. Just putting this on the ice, like probably gonna do with the rest of these drinks overall. You get a really nice espresso, like coffee flavor with it, and then on top of that, it has a like the vodka or spirit taste to let you know, like, yeah, this is an adult beverage.
Yeah, drinking this, the first thing I got was the espresso. It tasted just like I was drinking like a Starbucks or something like that. And then I do get the spirit flavoring with it. And if you want to, you can probably add like a creamer to this and make it into a White Russian. And now we have On The Rocks Strawberry Daiquiri. This elevated spin on the classic rum daiquiri blends the flavor of refreshing strawberry and lime with cruisin' rum for a balanced and vibrant cocktail. It's like sunshine in a bottle. Cheers. Yeah, this actually to me tastes pretty good because I like it more like a alcoholic taste. Because most strawberry daiquiris you probably taste like a wine cooler where it's more on the sweeter side. This is still sweet, but I like this. I do like this one better because it does have more of a alcohol taste to it.
So my take on this particular drink, I do like it. Like my strawberry daiquiris, I do like them to be a tad bit sweeter, unlike this overall. The thing with this too though, like once you drink it, like the strawberry part of it is very fleeting because like you get a taste of the strawberry and then all of a sudden the spirit just takes over and just overwhelms the rest of the drink. And now we have On The Rocks, the Lemon Drop Martini. This blooming lemon drop martini is a perfect blend of classic taste with a hint of botanicals. Crisp, refreshing, and subtly sweet, this pour over the ice treat yourself layer of lemon hints of elderflower and basil and vanilla finish. Cheers. Alright, so having like lemon drops before, lemon drops are pretty plain and simple overall. You know, you have like simple syrup, your sweet and sour, and then like your spirit to add to it. With this drink, having those like botanicals along with the basil, I think it elevates it just a little bit more, gives you more of a more to your palate, and it hopefully expands your palate, and I think it makes it taste a little bit better than what you would anticipate from like a normal lemon drop.
Yeah, for me, drinking this, like I do get like the alcohol. The alcohol is kind of forward. I do get the lemon taste to it, a little bit of sweetness. It's almost like a lemon water thing that you drink in the summertime. And then I do get a little bit of the basil, but overall, really balanced drink. And now we come to On The Rocks, the Cosmopolitan. A wildly popular cocktail, the Cosmopolitan is a simple cocktail with a big history. It is no wonder why our vibrant pink On The Rocks Cosmopolitan, or Cosmos, is such a timeless classic. Cheers. It tastes pretty good. Like it is more spirit forward, so a little bit more spirit heavy, but overall, like I do get like a little bit of the dryness in the back, but overall I really like it. It's pretty good, and again, it's really balanced.
Alright, so drinking this overall, I hardly get that tartness from the cranberry that you would put in like a Cosmopolitan. This one is particularly spirit forward. With this too though, I do get like the dryness when you do have like a fruit that dries the back of your throat, kind of like that. I do have that in the back of my throat where, you know, it makes you want to crave or drink more of this. And now we have On The Rocks, the Margarita. One of the most recognizable and sought after cocktails in the world, our On The Rocks Margarita cocktail offers a perfect balance between tequila, tart lime, and triple sec. Uncork and pour over ice. Cheers. So drinking this overall, I basically get like the Hornitos like tequila as like my first taste overall. With that, Hornitos tequila is a very like herbally for a tequila. Once that is done with, then I get like a tartness with the lemon. With that too though, like that like dries my whole entire mouth, making me personally not want to drink more of this, but drink more of like water to really replenish that thirst quench.
Yeah, for me drinking this, the alcohol, the spirit is really present in this one, and the tartness of the lime really stands out with this one also. I think if you want more sweet, maybe like make a salt rim, like you know how like margaritas usually have, like they usually have a salt rim. That'll probably bring out the sweetness from the drink. Now we have On the Rocks Jalapeno Pineapple Margarita. The perfect drink for those who share a love for all things hot. Our jalapeno pineapple margarita is fun and flavorful with a hint of heat. Cheers. So overall, like it starts out with like a jalapeno flavor, not like the spiciness of the jalapeno, but like the flavor of the jalapeno. And then I get the pineapple flavor, and then I get like a smooth finish of the tequila.
So drinking this overall, like I really don't. So all the pineapple drinks that we had so far, like I really didn't like them because they have like a really predominant like pineapple taste to it and like a really bad finish. But with this one, it's, I don't say well balanced, but there's a nice stage where like you get the jalapeno as a frontal note, and then you get the pineapple, and then it finishes off with the tequila, where it basically masks the pineapple note overall. So like to me, like I like this one as like one of my first pineapple drinks that I would highly recommend. And now we have On the Rocks, the Old Fashioned. Staying true to the classic recipe, the Over the Rocks Old Fashioned cocktail is strong, balanced, and simple. It is mixed with Knob Creek, a small batch bourbon whiskey, bitters, and orange.
Cheers.
Cheers. Alright, so like thinking of like an old fashioned overall, like this is pretty much it. You know, you're putting a whole bunch of ice and a whole bunch of like stuff in there to just basically, it's a sipping drink. Being in Wisconsin overall, like with me, this is a good base where if you want to add squirt in there, where you want to make it sour, or you want to do an old fashioned sweet, where you want to put Sprite in there just to make it a little bit sweeter of a drink, like this is a really good base if you want to do something like that.
Yeah, for me, like the two tests, like whenever I go to a bar and like pretty much see how good the bartender is, there's two drinks that I always test them out with. One is a gin and tonic, and the second one is this, the old fashioned. If they make a good old fashioned, then I know that I got a good bartender on my hands. So overall, like this drink, this old fashioned, it's actually pretty decent. Like it's a good base, like everything's pretty balanced, and you just have to pop the bottle, pour in ice, and it's a nice sipping drink for you to sip on. And now we have On the Rocks, the Manhattan. Take it East Coast easy with this sweet and sophisticated sip of On the Rocks Manhattan cocktail. Blended perfectly with Basil Hayden dark rye whiskey, fruity notes of sweet vermouth, and the acidity of bitters. Cheers.
Cheers.
So if you're going to drink this, drink this, you're probably not going to like it. But this, like, it's also matters of the way you drink it. And this is what we call a sipping drink. So basically, you're just going to take sips for this one. That's how you're going to enjoy this drink. So if you're just going to drink it, you're probably not going to like it. It's probably going to taste like a shot. But if you're going to sip it, you'll get all the flavors that come out of it, and just enjoy the drink with this.
Alright, so like drinking this overall, comparing this to like the old fashioned, like which I like better. Personally, I like the Manhattan a little bit better, just because of like maybe the dark rye. It gets a little bit like the black pepper, peppercorn, where it gives a little bit more spice into the drink, where it gives it a little more flavor. That's my only like really highlight note between the two drinks. And now we have On the Rocks Mai Tai. A classic take on the classic tiki cocktail is made with special authentic flavors of orgeat, coconut, pineapple, and orange, as well as a custom blend of cruising, light, and dark rums. Cheers! Alright, so like drinking this overall, like baseline for like Mai Tai, I want to like in the middle overall, like but with this, having like a premixed mixture, like this just falls just shy of that. You know, you get like a little bit of pineapple and coconut, and like the rum spirit or the rum as a spirit overall, but like it doesn't really reach that middle threshold where like it all blends together, or like the previous one, like steps note from one to the other to the next. Yeah, this is just like very bland and very mellow, and like underneath what my expectations would be for a Mai Tai.
Yeah, for me, like if I was to make a Mai Tai, I'd probably have this one. Making your own would probably taste better. But for being $10, and if you had to buy all the ingredients yourself, it'd probably be more than $10. So this is actually a really good, like if you want a Mai Tai fix, this would be a good go-to to grab it, just to like pour over the ice and just drink it. So overall, like it's pretty good for the price and the taste. And now we have on the rocks, the Aviation. Our Aviation is made with La Rio's, a lighter tasting juniper and citrus gin. Classic flavors of dried cherries, lemon, and a hint of violet makes for the overall profile flavorful and distinctiveness.
Cheers.
Yeah, drinking this, I do get like a tartness to it. I do taste some of the gin, but it's not really pronounced. Yeah, but I do get like it's really dry in my mouth.
So yeah, drinking this overall, like you'd be hoping like expectations of like a sweetness, tartness, or like spirit overall. But like with this overall, like having gin, I want the junipers to be a little bit more pronounced. With this, using the alcohol of choice that they, or the spirit of choice that they use, is a little more subtle. I wish that they did use a little more predominant juniper gin drink or gin spirit in their choice, to just make it more gin forward. And now we have on the rocks the Spice Pear Whiskey Sour, the go-to sour cocktail with a sweet twist, made with old overhauled rye whiskey with a flavor of juicy pear and sweet cinnamon. Make a crisp day even cooler. Cheers. Alright, so like drinking this overall, like being a fall theme, having this on the rocks, making it a cool drink is not something for me. Something like this in particular, for me, I would think it as a warm drink. Like normally I would just drink like apple cider with some rum, and I'll just heat up the apple cider in the microwave just to make it warm, so it just warms up my body. But with this, having it on ice or on the rocks, just makes it a cool drink, which is kind of like it's not theme wise, it's not that good, because you want, personally, if I had this as like a warm drink instead of having it on the rocks, it would probably make it a better drink.
Yeah, for me, when I drink this, like I do get a taste of the whiskey, the pear, the sour. I don't know where the sour is coming from, but I'm thinking like grapefruit or something. But overall, I do like it. It's just probably not just a fall theme for me for this drink. And to finish up, we're going to drink on the rocks Blue Hawaiian. Experience the taste of paradise, inspired by the sun-kissed beaches of Honolulu, Hawaii. Whether you're soaking up the sun or daydreaming of a getaway. Cheers. Tastes really good. It tastes like I'm drinking like a coconut liqueur with like tropical like pineapple and tropical fruits in it. Overall, pretty good drink. It's really tropical in your mouth and coming out.
So yeah, so I do agree. Like this drink does remind me like being on like a tropical beach, or like being somewhere tropical overall. This is also like fairly spirit heavy. So like once you get the tropical note down, like the spirit does like have a really good kick with it. Other than that, like this is a fairly well-off drink. So having on the rocks overall, personally the one I would go to would be the lemon drop, just because it has the lemon with it, but not only that, it has the additional like herbs to basically, for me, to elevate it just a little bit more than what a normal lemon drop would be. So the one I dislike would be the Spicy Pear Whiskey Sour, only because this is like more of a fall drink, but having it on the rocks makes it a cool drink. And for me personally, being in the fall, I want more of a warmer drink, so having this warmed up personally would probably be a better drink than having it on the rocks.
Yeah, so for mine, I think I didn't like the most was probably the Aviation, just because like when I make the Aviation, it's more of a sipping drink than an actual drink. So overall, it is a good drink, but when I think of Aviation, I'm thinking of a sipping drink. And then the one I liked the most was probably the one that we started with was the espresso martini. Just because it was the most balanced and it made me think of like a Starbucks drink.
Well, if you made it this far, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below.
And remember, drink responsibly, my friends.